Hello everyone, here we are today. A new project is like using a loom. It's essentially a rubber band loom, and we'll be making a simple design today. This, as you'll recognize, like if you were to do it, is a musical symbol called the treble clef. You'll identify it at the better view if she places it down. Yeah, there you are. I think you'll notice it. Yeah. That's the treble clef, and this is one of the simplest designs to make. And we'll start with a simple one, that way everyone gets an idea of it. Okay, here we go. That was the finished product. Now we'll start off. We'll use pairs of rubber bands on the loom. Someone new to this rubber band loom is like they are essentially intertwining rubber bands that create a design. Some of them are very complex. Little girls like aged 6 or 7, they tend to make very good designs like bracelets, rings. They have special added equipments for that to create them. For now, we are going to make the treble clef. That happens to be the easiest, and that can be caught on video on a very short duration as well. This happens to be the easiest. Most of them are tiring. You'll have to try them at least 5 to 6 times to get them right. Many give up midway. That will be like for the hard projects. The simple ones, they're not so exhausting. They turn out very easy. This particular design is very easy. Anyone can do it the first try. This is really for beginners. And another added thing is like the rubber band loom, if you haven't heard about it, like you get them online as a kit. Really wonderful looking and good hobby for someone who wants to practice it irrespective of gender, and can get creative after you get the basics of it. Let me show you the kit, like the rubber bands. The kit by itself looks beautiful. You get a complete kit full of rubber bands, and really beautiful looking ones. I would say colorful looking ones. Some of them are double colored, some of them are single, quite a few are luminous. Very good ones. If you tend to exhaust one color on a project, you can buy that particular color like as a separate pack. Okay, let's get back to the project. I just wanted to show you this. Someone who sees this box will think about starting the hobby. Okay, back to the project. Great, yeah, that was the simple part. Pairs of rubber bands connecting to the next one on the loom. Okay, now we do that on the opposite side. Incidentally, you'll notice this looks like the metal crochet needle with the tip. Okay, this is what you use to pull the rubber bands. Like on a regular crochet needle, you pull the thread or the lace wool or whatever. Out here, it's the stretchy rubber band that you pull. Several designs on the rubber band loom are rather challenging, but then that's what makes it interesting as well. They turn out eventually with a couple of tries, and patience is the idea. We all tend to lose on many other things, so it goes wrong with this as well, but with a little patience you do get it right on a second or third try. But as for this particular one, you can't get it wrong. It's not the easiest ones to do. Okay, here you make a twist. You need to observe this. Right, that's the ending part. Now we go with that crochet like hook. Okay, this is where the different part starts. Okay, we go to the second part of it. Think hands getting in between it. All right. Now you pull that and yeah, you put it in the other semicircle part. That's how it looks like. I think the three individually done parts are joined together to make the clef, the treble clef. So, two rubber bands are joined together now. This is the short part, alright. And we attach it here. One needs to observe this or you don't get the design right. Yeah. So the process repeats with the newly put band. Getting wrong angle here. Right. A wrong angle would cause a design mistake. Think like this would make a better view. Yeah. Fingers and wrists tend to come in the view of it, but I think you're getting the idea of it. Just a repetition of the process. Pull it right and put it on the other part. The crochet like the crochet needle thing really helps in pulling the rubber bands. Or it's really very difficult. You can't pull them with your fingers, no matter how cute or sharp or small they are. There will be errors like if you're trying to pull them with something else. I think she missed a loop here, but that can be set right. You have to do it at your own speed, right? Rather than following the video speed, where things can go wrong if you attempt to do it at the same speed as the video. She had practiced it a couple of times before we went live on the video. Yeah, there we are. It's easier than like it looks. This is one of the easiest projects, in fact. She had like struggled like for days on end with certain projects. They turn out to be very big ones. And really things that you can appreciate because it's not easy to do it otherwise. The loom really helps. Without the loom, nothing is done with the rubber bands. And the crochet hook forms an essential part. Nothing's done without them. There are certain attachments we'll show you on those projects which you can make specialized designs with. Now you'll notice like the two individual ones are looped together. We'll go to the third part now. Okay. You need to form the clef, the treble clef. So like I think it's quite a bit of length of rubber bands, I believe. And she wanted it to look at the clef to look with the colors of a rainbow, so she's using as many colors. You notice that the half moon thing where the rubber bands are put. So like that's how easy it is. At least this particular project. That's the end design. This is where you start looping them. I guess it's clear now. You can always rerun that video. This segment looks quite small. Perhaps like it is to make those bends on the treble clef look right. You need to form an S-like shape that twines on itself. Then you get back the shape. There we are. This short segment is done fast. No, you need to be careful, right? Those rubber bands may snap apart and you'd end up doing the whole design and wasting the rubber band in the process as well. The thing is, like, you finish a project, people retain them. That's what she does. And she start a new project with an entire new set of unused rubber bands. More projects, you need to buy a fresh set of those colors that you used. Yeah, now with the red ones, the process repeats. And she's using the center loom now. Here's a variation here. I guess you noticed. I suppose this part forms part of the treble clef. Yeah, there's another thing. The whole thing looks like a loop now. Another change in pattern. Once you have that loom in hand, I think it's easy rather than just observing things without a loom. So like you intend to start with this rubber band thingy, like you need to get the whole kit. Okay, it is not something huge. You get those box of rubber bands, the loom, set of crochet needles, few other attachments for special projects, tiny ones like hand rings sort of thing. And the rest is your imagination. First is to try like the ones which are tried and tested, then it's left to you like to try out the new ones. Of course, with an endless supply of rubber bands, like can go about making whatever you want. When I first saw them, like I thought of like the dentist rubber bands. They looked similar to that. Only those were pink in color, all of them, when I had my dentures. Okay, well, here we go for another part of it. Oh, must be the joining part, the earlier finished one. Here we are. We did a short segment, you'd remember. This is the full part. So the earlier parts were simple, so we go for joining them. This is the longer part that we did, the first. We join it here in the middle. You have to make a notice of it where it's attached. Another thing like what she told me was like the strength and distance between each rubber band needs to be the same, so you get a perfect design. And we showed you the finished product. Okay, you need to pull out here. There. Right, so that's the part. In case you have a doubt, you please just like rewind on the sequence and make sure what it is like. Okay, use the hook now. It's like sort of trial and error, because many times she gave up on very hard projects and restarted all over again 3-4 times before she got it right, and she was all happy about it. change view here. I think we need to observe things here, right? They're getting different out here, not complicated, they're different. And the more technical parts come in here. And she's getting breathless doing this, like she was doing it at her own pace, like in a slow manner, spread over 2-3 hours. We're trying to finish this like on a straight video. I suppose shouldn't have done that way. Getting out of here. Yeah. No, that comes from Bennett. That. I think it's done. You need to be careful, like removing it as well. Some rubber bands are with more tension, the others are not. Right? Pull it hard and they may snap off and you'll end up doing the whole thing again. Okay, and that's the final part, and those hooks like I mentioned, you put them together, now you get that shape. I thought first it looked like an ampersand. Oh, that's the shape of the treble clef. Yeah, it does look like a treble clef. You don't need imagination to think that it's a treble clef. It is a treble clef. Only you need to get the strengths of the individual rubber bands equal so it looks perfect. Let me get you another angle. There you are. Okay, it's like done with rubber bands. You can't get it like those printed on a music book, but I guess you get the idea. It does look like one. Okay, hope you like it. The first of our projects on rubber band, and we'll be showing you many more complicated ones to come by. Thank you. Hope you like our videos and give us a like. Please do subscribe.